Well, folks, we are back with yet another injury report here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and there are certainly a lot of notable names on this list. Shout out to Sleeper, by the way. More on them a little bit later on in this video. So let's go ahead and dive into this injury report, starting off with a big name here in Emeka Egbuka. No participation Wednesday or Thursday. He is dealing with a hip/groin injury. If you guys remember at the end of the Texans game on Monday Night Football, very similar to, remember what happened to the similar thing with Bucky Irving last year with his hip injury, where they were like wrapping up his hip groin area with like, it almost looks like gauze, but it's probably not gauze. They were doing a very similar thing with Egbuka towards the end of that Monday Night Football game, so he is dealing with an injury. We will see if he is available for this upcoming game. If he cannot go, of course, Sterling Shepard would be moved up to your wide receiver 2 spot. Ryan Miller would be moved up to wide receiver 3. I assume Cameron Johnson would be wide receiver 4, and Tez Johnson would be wide receiver 5. If you need an extra receiver or a special teams player, you could elevate Garrett Green from the practice squad to the active roster. Then Luke Gedeke, he has been placed on the IR. He's going to be out for the next few weeks. We talked about that in a separate video. Cody Mock on the IR. He's done for the season. We'll talk about what the offensive line looks like a little bit in a minute here, because the Bucs did update their depth chart, which is interesting to me. At tackle and wide receiver, Chris Godwin, Tristan Wirfs are still recovering from their injuries. Godwin, it's his ankle, limited Wednesday and Thursday. Tristan Wirfs, limited Wednesday, Thursday with a knee. I imagine both of those guys will not be playing in week number 3. Servassier Dennis was limited, then full go with an ankle injury. Hassan Reddick, limited, then full go with a shoulder injury. Baker Mayfield, full go Wednesday, Thursday with foot/toe. One thing that is not noted here, by the way, and shout out to Rick Stroud for posting this on social media. Shout out to the Buccaneers for going ahead and, posting this injury report. They do not have to report practice squad injuries. That's notable because Mike Jordan apparently did not practice today, per Greg Auman, Rick Stroud, multiple people, right? Which is not great at all. And real quick, I did try to take a look back at the quotes and see if there's anything going on with like Emeka Egbuka or Mike Jordan or anything like that. Nothing on the quote sheets right now regarding either one of those players. But if we take a look at the depth chart of the Buccaneers right now, well, it's very interesting. At left tackle, Tristan Wirfs, if he cannot go, you've got Graham Barton there at left tackle. That's been the case for the past couple of weeks now. Mike Jordan has been your left guard. We assume that that's probably going to be the case going forward. Ben Bredeson is your starting center. Interesting to note, Dan Feeney, who was signed off of the Bills practice squad, is listed as the backup center. We'll get to that in a moment. Elijah Klein looks like he is going to get the nod at starting right guard over Luke Haggard, with Cody Mock being placed on the IR. Talked about that. Luke Haggard earlier today was promoted to the team's active roster. Finally, Luke Gedeke is on the IR. Charlie Heck is slotted to start at right tackle for the Bucs. Benjamin Chukwuma will be the backup right and left tackle. Now, I have an interesting theory here. If Mr. Mike Jordan will not be able to play in week number 3. If he cannot go, I could very well see a scenario where Ben Bredeson is moved back to left guard and Dan Feeney becomes your center for week number 3. It's just interesting that he's noted as the backup center and not like the backup left guard or even a backup right guard. It seems like Luke Haggard's in that spot. I suppose you could also see Luke Haggard move over to that left guard spot if Mike Jordan could not go as well. But right now, my guess is that if Jordan cannot go, Bredeson would move back over to left guard and Dan Feeney would slot into that center role. That is my opinion on that. But this is the injury report right now for the Buccaneers. I am curious. Let me go ahead and see if I can look up any types of quotes about Emeka Egbuka right now on social media. See if there's been anything talking about it. I am very curious to see. We do have one person saying he's not worried about it. He's a physical therapy doctor. So there is that. It doesn't seem like a lot of people are necessarily worried about the overall health of Emeka Egbuka. I kind of tend to agree with that. I think he will be playing, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Now, I know a lot of you have been saying like, hey, James, show the other teams' injury report and stuff like that. Let me go ahead and look it up real quick for all of you. Here we go. So, for the Jets, this is pretty small, but Justin Fields, he's out. We already know he is out. It is what it is. Jermaine Johnson, ankle injury. Starting defensive end for the Jets did not participate Wednesday or Thursday with an ankle injury, something to pay attention to. Keeney Nguanu is another backup running back who did not participate Wednesday or Thursday due to a hamstring injury. Josh Reynolds, no participation Wednesday or Thursday with a hamstring. You have Jay Tufili, who with an illness, not participating Wednesday or Thursday. Tony Adams, safety, hip. He was no participation Wednesday, limited on Thursday. Michael Carter II, starting cornerback for the Jets, no participation Wednesday, limited on Thursday. That's another one to pay attention to. You have Marcelino McCrary Ball, linebacker, limited on Wednesday and Thursday. And then Andre Sisco, safety, full go both days. Sauce Gardner, groin, full go both days. Kiko, Maigao, who knows? Full go Wednesday and Thursday as well. So the Jets also have their fair share of injuries on their team right now. The big one obviously being to their starting quarterback. So I'm going to be curious to see how they get on, how they recover from some of these injuries. Might help the Buccaneers offensive line a little bit if one of their starting pass rushers is hurt as well. So what are your guys' thoughts and opinions about this injury report? Let me know down in the comments section below. I'd love to hear it. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. And as always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now and go Bucs.